All right. So are we all ready? I just put in to the chat about on the Facebook link for the group that let's put in 3 intentions that you want to move forward for these 7 days. So Catherine, you might not have the access to the Facebook group, but why not you just type in the chat so we'll know and we'll support you through the week. All right. So the intention, you could set intention for your personal area, career, health, or family, or anything that you feel that, something you want to focus on this week. Okay, the high achiever, Alisa and Christina will put into the big rocks. Okay, so looking after yourself, Alicia, which is great because you've been working very hard, and to celebrate her, oh, she's not at the camera. We'll wait till she come back. Christine, what's the first one? Close on the refi. Is it the duplex?
Yes. It's taken 9 months between all the delays and getting started with the financing, getting the renovations done, and now finally we've got a closing time. They're supposed to be bringing over the paperwork 4:30 tomorrow afternoon for me to sign.
Yay!
Yay!
Yeah. Okay. Well, Christine is very humble. She said, "I'm a school teacher, but she's working full time as a school teacher at the same time flipping houses. It's not just one house
yet.
But your duplex is not flipping?
No, I'm not selling it. It's a cash out refi.
Okay.
So I'll have extra money. So I purchased these. They're 4 1-bedroom, 1-bath units on one parcel, and I bought them back in 2013 for $18,000.
Yeah.
Finally got somebody who would do the appraisal for them because there was no comps in the immediate area. It was hard for me to get an appraisal, but we got it done, and they appraised for $324,000.
How many months after?
What are you going to do with the money?
What's that?
What are you going to do with the money?
Oh, well, I took out a private loan of 110 to pay off, because I had done some cash out on them previously, pay off that mortgage. I spent like $50,000-$60,000 in renovations, fixing them up, because one of the tenants never told me there was a roof leak. So one of the units was like pretty much totaled, and I had to redo everything, and it started spreading over to the other side, and spent a lot of money. And I'm really only getting maybe about $20,000-$25,000 cash out. I was trying to be really conservative with my loan to value ratios, with the pending or in recession, however you want to feel about it. Just making sure that, even if I had a little trouble keeping tenants in or them paying on time, I was still going to be good on paying that debt. But I will have some cash out to help me, even if all it does is sit there. And when I do the next project, they always want you to have a certain amount of cash reserves. So it's probably going to sit there for that purpose for the time being. Although I'm done with my proposal for the Greensboro apartment. My coach is going to give it the once over one more time tomorrow night, and then I get to send it out.
Beautiful. Yeah.
And I got 2 other properties that I'm looking at.
I'm so excited for you. So it's good that you have the asset sitting there for you as security anyway. Christine is not just a school teacher. She has a very brilliant business mind. Okay. And where's Alicia? She always disappears when I'm going to mention her achievement for the week, but we'll wait for her. And where's Tamara? Yes, looking after yourself, Tamara, as you said, newly separated or divorced from her husband is not easy, but she's showing up every day and doing great things and supporting other sister here as well. And what have we got? Evie. Evie is still doing her God for the Breast Cancer Foundation. Fantastic. And actually keeping yourself healthy as well. Denise, where are you up to? Oh, you're going well with your study. Fantastic. Alina, how are you going? You want to share? Because you've also been very new to the group. How do you find it so far?
I love this group.
You love this group.
Sorry, I have to plug my phone in. It's been crazy. I love it. Are you talking about specifically this group is amazing?
Yeah.
And so positive and supportive.
Beautiful. Excellent. And Tamara has become Anna, or Anna become Tamara. Like she has been working very hard on the back end, and it seems like besides the nurses, everyone's stepping into the real estate business. Anna, what's your real estate business? I know you have a meeting last week.
I have several meetings. No, it's a setup of an investment and new operations with Eugene.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful.
And I'm learning everything from the ground up so that I can best support it. But it's also nice to know when I'm investing how it's going to work.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Yeah, because Eugene is not running a traditional business. Linda, have you typed in your intention for the week?
I'm still working on it.
Cool.
I've done my actions.
And let's see where is
Still working on it.
Catherine. Spend more time exploring parts of Melbourne, or getting to disagreement at work, starting learning about personal, how we could best support you this week.
I'm not sure yet. Yeah, I guess. I think I've been living in Melbourne for a long time, but I kind of get stuck in my ways on places I go. So I want to make sure that maybe today after this chat, I'll drive out to near the Dandenongs and go for a walk on it, like one of the hiking tracks, maybe. I'm the kind of person who just stays in the city and only go as far as like maybe 10, 15K out.
Can you unmute me?
Yeah.
Hey, no, stay on this side. Don't go on that side. Stay on this side of the tracks. You're young. You can do it. Don't make me drive on that side of the planet, please.
Hey, you make me drive to your side of the
Hey,
planet.
mate, I drive here more often.
Hey, you do.
That's it.
Stop complaining. Or maybe Catherine can drive to Werribee and these two can show you around, okay?
Yes. Don't worry, everyone in Melbourne is coming to my place for a big dinner one night soon.
Oh, yeah.
I'm cooking.
Oh,
I'm going to cook a feast for
Now
everyone.
that Christine can afford it, she can jump on a plane and be here in, 24 hours and enjoy the dinner.
Not quite yet.
Almost, not quite yet. Yeah. Beautiful. Okay, now have you guys have a chance to go into the I actually sent in the chat for you guys to look at the question for the creativities for the rain. Has anyone done that yet?
Yes.
Yep.
Very good. Okay. So Christine, why not you start with the question one. Let me bring up the PowerPoint for all of us so we know what we're talking about.
I don't remember the question.
Now, okay, I better not laugh so loud, like otherwise I'll wake up all these people that I'll be in trouble. I'll bring it up for you guys. Okay, Catherine, normally we spend about 20 minutes to discuss the teach, so everyone can see the screen.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, as you can hear, we all here have our hopes and dreams and building in different business, but in the same way that we are here to support one another, we have such a diverse skills set. So, in terms of talking about personal growth in spiritual aspect, growing, business building, that we are here to support one another. So today is the third pillar, rain, in terms of creativities. So what we're going to talk about is, what's your dream? We'll think about our dream. How do we get jump started? So first of all, we could help ourselves to just write down one or two, and then we'll narrow it down to make a funnel type. So the first question is to ask ourselves first, what's your highest priority in this lifetime? What is your own, not any of ours, but what's your own highest priority in this lifetime? Anyone would like to go first for those who have done some
Okay.
exploring?
Yep.
Go.
Yep. Go on, Tamara. You go first.
To use my gifts and abilities to help people connect to themselves and to help them heal spiritually and emotionally and spread the love in the world.
Beautiful. And Tamara is also very humble, saying that, I'm in counseling diversity in relationship, but she's the sex therapist.
For polyamorous relationships and LGBT community and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm none of the
we'll
above.
Anna, we are not judging here.
And
even though
I
you
don't
guys
care.
woke up
I'm just
together.
letting. Hey, I'm sleeping in her bed. I'm okay with this.
Catherine, is that too much information? Just let us know because we are very open, as you can tell. So, Anna, what is your highest priority in this
Well, the
lifetime?
thing is, I didn't do it so eloquently as Tamara, but I'm here to, as most of you know, I've had this vision. It's been reiterated to me by a couple of people throughout my life, but I'm here to guide people to the light, to teach them about the divine, to teach them about the source, to teach them about their consciousness. So
Yep.
I'm still learning myself, guys. It's just that I'm as you all know, I have knowing, and we all do have intuition. We harness that intuition. This is what I'm here to do: is to harness and help and heal.
Beautiful. Yep. Fantastic. All right. So we probably get moving forward. So we got some ideas about like how is it what we have to define. It's not that we have to have a definition in solid, but we are all traveling on this journey and we are on different part of our journey. So we are here for one another. Okay. So this is what you do. Like, what is the most important for you to experience, explore, embrace this time round? Then it's more about helping us to be aligned, knowing that we have the intention, and then you attract the people around us to go onto this journey. I know that, like maybe Catherine Chen, I have to hire and let them to speak, truly, but they do. That is not just loving about this group; it's about how truly we can come in and be ourselves. And often we don't need to explain ourselves where we are at. So, but today is about our dreams. So if for those have a hands up for those who still are like kind of finding, your true purposes. You feel that I still need to find my true purposes in this lifetime. Anyone need some support here? I can't see everyone. So anyone need support here for?
I'm still answering that question for myself. Yeah.
But would you say, would you say so far that is you are making few steps forward?
That I what?
You're making a few steps forward.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I would say.
So why not you tell us, like, share with us so we all could help you, like where you were at and where you are now and where you think you might be going. Lisa, this will be important to clarify that.
Yeah, well, I kind of struggle with just how I show up in life. I've always been really frustrated that I have done a lot of different jobs, and it's not because I'm flaky. It's just a part of my life challenge, or maybe it's a gift. And this children's book thing is really bringing me a lot of joy. And I'm wondering if maybe part of my journey will be sharing stories, written stories, since I am more self-focused and introverted. I find, verbally in groups, I don't get to express myself very much. But when I can write down and share a story, I feel like it could have an impact.
Beautiful.
You have a beautiful voice, Alyssa.
Oh, thank you.
You should speak, and I know sometimes it's difficult, but speaking is is lovely.
Thank you.
Okay, you got your tea. So again, sorry.
I said maybe I should be a radio host.
Why not? Yeah.
Well, we'll support you.
On stage, Catherine.
Yeah. But this is how humble you are. When we first met, that you wasn't sure whether it's, real estate, copywriting and so forth. But now it's like where you are at is like things are falling into places for you when you started first to invest in yourself, isn't it? And Alicia is also very humble. Is that in February? Or in February, you're actually the top 5 salesperson in your area or in your region. Is that right?
No, in my brokerage.
In your brokerage, the top 5 people. But how long have you been with this brokerage?
About 5 months.
Yeah, isn't that wonderful? And now people are actually calling up to say, I want Alicia instead of anyone else.
Yeah.
So be proud of yourself.
Thank you.
Cool. Okay. So as you said, you love to write, you love to share, but it's like, there are times that we are wondering. So it's not about the self-doubt, but it's like we need to take that step and trusting yourself, because you actually have trust yourself and taking a step to continue with the group here. And you have so many people coming to support you.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll continue. Okay. All right. So the question for all of us now here, let's ask ourselves, when your goals are aligned with your soul, synchronicities kicks in to guide you to your target. How many have experienced this? Not just a big thing, but in the small things, that when we are aligned, when our goal is aligned with our soul, does things just simply seems like just falling into places for you right now?
Yep.
Yeah.
Anyone?
Mm-hmm.
Good. Beautiful. Now, anyone grappling with challenges about this, please speak up so that we all could help you and support you guys. Nobody.
I guess I'm personally working on, are you hearing me?
Yeah, we can.
Yes.
Yeah. I just don't have a line around my lock thing here. Just working on the allowance for that movement. Just being more present with the whole concept. I guess just allowing it to come so that it flows a bit more freely, less restricted.
I'm not 100% understood what you try. Like, give the allowance to. Sorry, Denise. What is that? Explain it a bit more.
Allowance. So to be present, and or present in an emotional, spiritual state of allowing oneself to move into more openness, more acceptance of what's happening.
Beautiful. Thank you for being vulnerable here. Anyone would like to give Denise a hand, like in terms of openness, in terms of what's going to present to her? Anyone would like to share?
Yeah. I was going to say, Denise, with that, with allowing yourself that space to sit in the presence, it's about, for me, it was about going, it is part of who I am, and it's okay to be me and express myself, even though it's different to what society might say that we should be doing, whether it's different to how most of the people around us might live their life. It's about just being authentically you at your core and knowing that, and not being fearful of that, not being afraid of being judged, not being afraid of others not understanding who we are and what we're doing. Does that make sense?
I hear what you're saying. I'm not necessarily afraid of other people's opinions, which might shock you all, of course. But it's just more about releasing decades of constraints that I've put on myself or that have been put on to me, and just being more freer with the flow, so to speak.
Okay. Well, I feel you, Denise. Actually, I know understood that you are not afraid to speak up. We all know that. It's more about all these years being conditioned into certain way that how we ought to behave, how we ought to show respect to others, and keep our mouth shut.
Yeah, and the devaluation of myself from others over the years.
Yep.
Even though I would like to say it doesn't matter what people say, but it does get in all the cracks and what oozes through, and leaves a lasting impression. So it's just a matter of releasing all of that.
Yeah.
For me.
Fantastic. Yeah. Okay. So again, the 3 steps that I often use to guide you guys through is you have the awareness. Now you recognize that even though I'm being aware of those conditioning, that we recognize we still stay in those type of condition. But the fact is now the transformation is when we recognize it, we catch those thoughts and say, what other way we could do so we no longer conform to what the society expect us to do, but rather living true to ourselves.
Can I say something?
Sure.
I think it's not society's confirmation that we really seek. It's the fact that we've lived. Yes, we've lived. I think with Denise, and if you don't mind me speaking as a third person, you see yourself as there's a disconnection, like there's another you that's waiting there, right? So it's separated, but what you want to do is bring her into the present. This is where she's got to be. This is who you are. And you look at yourself in that way. It's like going to the next consciousness is bringing that part of you that you know is there, but you need to pull her out. You need to say, it's okay for you to come out. Let's go in this direction. This is where I want to go. This is where I want to be. And it's a struggle because sometimes you hear voices in your head and nobody is listening and you know that you're on your own, but hey, those voices are trying to tell you something. Don't ignore them. That's things that other people have said. Oh, I keep hearing this and I'm going, well, acknowledge it and just move it in that direction.
Yeah,
because that stuff aligns itself, Denise. When you start listening, everything starts to drop into place. Everything starts to fall into place. Now, so not everybody's like that, but that's how the majority of us see ourselves.
Cool. All right. It takes time to explore on this aspect. Okay. So remember at the times that we do the meditation about bringing your future self into our present. Okay. So what's the time today? Okay. All right. So today we probably won't have enough time to do the meditation, but maybe we'll make another call to do that meditation together to bring in our future self into the present. So we experience that on a daily basis to bring that thoughts and emotion together to experience on a daily basis. So we don't have to wait till the future. Okay, anything else in terms of aligning our soul purpose? No? Okay. All right. I think the second question, most of us here are doing quite well now that we know what our dreams are and knowing that it's not someone else's dream. Okay.
Right.
It's not our parents, not, our children, not our partner, not our, Okay. So it's okay for us to move forward to the third question? All good? Then following what Denise's question is, she's not willing to settle for less. So who's here feel that you are grappling with the challenges, are possibly settling for less? And Christine is shaking her head. It's like, come on, Christine.
Not anymore.
Yeah. You are not. You are not. Christine also has been very brave that she knew her last relationship wasn't working for her. But she walked out, isn't it? Because she knew she wanted to build her empire in the real estate. But the fact is, there's something else. Maybe I'll just get Christine to share instead of my own wording because my description sometimes is not perfect.
Yeah. Well, there was more than just the real estate. There was a lot of personal things. He was an alcoholic and he had a temper and he would break things all the time. And he started to break my things and lie about it. And so after his youngest daughter, who I pretty much raised since she was 8 years old, after she graduated that following summer, I decided I couldn't do it anymore. It was not where I should have been in the first place. Never should have married him. He was holding me back. And it was one of the hardest things I've ever done. But I am so much better for doing it.
Good on you. Good on you.
Well done.
So it's not like any relationship not working, we just walk out. But Christine has really stayed in there and trying to help as well. But we need to know that when there's like something is threatening our safety and not doing us well, then we need to make that call. It's not easy to do that. Sometimes it's so subtle. Oh, but he still buy me flowers. He still love me. But that's the challenge for us to understand that when a relationship is really not going to help us in advance. Anyone could identify with Christine about in their past relationship, which they might have similar situation.
Oh, yeah.
Twice.
Yeah.
Twice.
So it's not that I'm not an advocate for marriage. I'm still married, but like, you know, Calvin, I'll kick his ass. He knows that I'm happy and not, and he will show me as well. Catherine, you'll meet Calvin one day. Okay. So are we all good to hear that? We all know that we're not settling for less.
Absolutely.
For those who started this journey, it's okay. Take your time. We are here for one another. Okay. Now, then this is the future self. But as I said, you know, we're not going to do the meditation today, but let's think about it. What will you feel like when you reach your dream? What would that be like when you reach that dream of yours that you've been building, you've been working towards?
I said I'll feel peace, acceptance, and joy.
Beautiful. Yes, that's what you have been working towards.
And I might
Anyone
celebrate
else?
by going for a bike ride.
Nah, you're coming to Melbourne to have a drink with us, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
I might ride to Melbourne.
Why not? I'm sure you can do it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And for every 10 kilometres, we'll have a drink for you.
Oh, shit.
That's all right.
Can you drink that fast?
I was going to say we won't be alive by the time you get here.
Yeah,
at that
but
point.
it's okay.
I can ride.
No.
I can ride about 10 k's in half an hour. So
Yeah. No, Denise, I'll offer. I'll come up to Dow and drive your van, and you can cycle. Okay.
okay.
I'll come cycle with you, Denise.
Thank you, Evie.
Yeah. Linda been very quiet. What do you think? What will you feel when you reach your dream?
Be happy and joyous.
Happy and joyous. Okay. No one is going out to buy an expensive handbag. Christine, what are you going to say? No, go on.
No, it's just like, you know, it's for a lot of people, it's a big celebratory kind of thing. And for me, I feel like mine is just so low key because I feel it's more of less stressful, that peace that Denise is saying. And I don't think I will ever like retire from the real estate investing. I'll retire from teaching, but not the investing. And the goal, that life purpose, is to be able to take care of my family and not have to worry about anything. And that's just that and I've chosen real estate as kind of a passion that I have, and that's the vehicle I've chosen to reach that ultimate purpose. And so so I don't know if there's actually there's no real number, I don't think, to attach to that as far as an income or a net worth or anything like that. It's just going to kind of be ongoing. And I just, it's like, I want to, show my daughter, like this, one of the projects I'm looking at is 5 duplexes. I want to try to put one of them in her name so that then she'll start with this. And I want to teach the grandkids and help my stepdaughter up in New York. And I don't know if it's actually a thing where you stop. It's like, yes, there will be less stress, that there'll be this sense of peace. Yes, I can do these things. But then it's like, so you set a new goal. Now it's philanthropy, and I don't know.
It makes you feel alive, doesn't it, Christine?
Definitely. But
makes you
I'm
feel
there
alive.
now.
Yeah.
You know, that part of it, I'm there now. And have I reached that point where, I mean, I am helping my family. I do help out my daughter and all that. But like Catherine was saying, I could do, you know, more if I had more time. And I also come to realize that it isn't so much my time with mom holding me back. It's more time at school.
Yeah.
Demanding role, Christine.
Because taking care of mom technically isn't that difficult. It's just that I can't go out in the evening once I'm here. But if I weren't teaching, I could go out in the day and I could take her with me, and I can do these things if I wasn't in the classroom all day.
Beautiful. Yeah, I love it. It's more the horizon. It's not the net. It's not the how much property we own or what's the number we have. What I'll describe is we would like to have the financial freedom that we don't have to think about, like, oh, if I do this, I have to save up for another holiday. I want to be free to go to anywhere around the world that I still could run my business, having the money to grow on the tree for us. We will have the freedom to help anyone that we could, not just necessarily family. Yeah. Okay. The time, the location, and the mindset freedom of we are free to do what we want to do, when we want to do it, how we want to do it. That's how Denise would have described it.
That's it.
Yeah. And we are all on the same journey. That it's a job. But traditional, as again, I often talk about, we were taught to say, study hard, get a degree, get a job, get married, have kids, work till 65 and retire, then go and enjoy life.
Okay.
Someone is sleeping now. All right. Before this, let me show you guys. Let me stop the shares. I want to show you guys the. Can you guys see the sunrise?
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm at the Grampians, Catherine. Yeah.
Nice. They have really good wineries out there.
Sorry,
See?
winery.
I sent that message. She's not like us. She's not like us. Like, winery is really good. Sorry. She does like her wine. Don't make her look for it. She's really.
I think there's a winery called The Best. They have the oldest Pinot Noir grape vine in the world.
Yes.
Oh. What
all
is
the
that
ones
called?
in France have died from like a plague, like the plant plague.
Yeah.
And yeah, so the one in Australia is the one, like, yeah, the oldest in the world.
Okay.
We're seeing
right.
a side of you, Catherine, aren't we? A wine connoisseur.
Oh, she's going to suit our group really, really well.
You and your bloody wine drinkers.
Ah, stop it. Stop it. Hey, I'm drinking gin too now.
Yeah,
so
I know.
it's all right.
Well, Tamara, it's just that you got no, not allergy. Like, you know, it's just that your condition can't drink wine. And I'm sure we
Exactly.
That beautiful red
wine
stuff
isn't-
because of the sulfur.
Metaphor. Oh, you can get drops for the sulfur.
No, I've tried that and it still makes me anaphylactic.
Oh, well, I best you don't drink it then, darling.
No, that's why I have to drink it for her. I buy a bottle to share, but I have to drink it for her.
You're such a friend.
I make these sacrifices. It's all right.
Take one for the team.
Yeah,
One for the team, Anna. We get it.
We fully appreciate your efforts.
Love you all. Okay. All right, just a couple of quotes for you guys. Think about it. Personal passion fuels a vision. Dive into the thrill and exhilaration of the feeling of living your dream. Anyone feel that energy? The next one is where your creative attention flows, so flows your life. Does anyone here feel that they're still striving, like being pushed towards something that they don't actually wanting to do? Or you're more allowing yourself to have this flow in life that things simply show up in front of you?
Well, I wrote my creative attention wanders at times, and I realise that I require more focus in many avenues of my life. And I think that when you have a goal or a vision that you can state in 5 or 6 words. I want to have financial independence via, like Christine, like flipping houses or whatever she's doing, or I want to whatever. It makes it easier to focus in on that and be more channeled towards it. When it's a bit more airy-fairy, so to speak, it has a bit of a wandering edges and sides. And I think I'm still there because I want to do everything, so I can't pin it down to one thing. And the direction makes it difficult because I can't pin it down to I want to do tap dancing on a stage within the next 2 years. I can't, like that's a definite goal, and creativity and all that. I mean, that's definitely not something I want to do. But you know what I mean? Like, it's if you're a bit wishy-washy, it's a bit hard to have train tracks towards it if you don't have a train to put on the tracks, so to speak.
Yeah, Denise, I was there, and Catherine can attest to she is when I finally said real estate with Natasha, she's like, finally you figured it out. Because I'm teaching, and yes, I've been doing it a long time, and teaching pays the bills, and yes, I'm an educator at heart, but God, educating in front of a bunch of teenagers that don't want to be there is hard. I've got that life, health, and long-term care insurance. I'm a distributor for those therapy patches, and I had all these avenues going on. But what I found myself doing in my spare time was I was constantly gravitating towards the real estate. And I'm like, okay, this is it. This is where my heart really is. This is where the passion lies. This is the avenue I'm going to take. And as soon as I stopped stressing over the others and let them go, I mean, not that I still have the licenses and all that, I'm just not really pursuing them. Things are falling into place with the real estate.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So, I mean, just kind of think about what it is that you're doing in your downtime. What are you wanting to do more than the other things? And that might be your answer.
Yeah. So remember
Dancing.
Well, again, it's where our focus goes, our energy goes. So it's not like, Denise, you have to choose one, but eventually do your tap dancing, your swimming, your cycling, then eventually your body will tell you, I'd rather do cycling. Something will step into your intuition and guide you through that. But I'm thinking Evie will probably say, no, Denise, let's cycle. We want to cycle around Australia together.
Cycle. Yes.
Okay. Alina, how do you feel about listening to all of them sharing? Like, you be very quiet, but like, is there any adding to help you to your next step? Because we are going to talk about what's the step you can take today towards your goal. It's not like the next 10 steps, but it's the first step we're going to step into our dream.
Well, I know that my dream is to, help people in a holistic way. And I don't resonate where I'm at right now, which is super frustrating. But unfortunately, I'm kind of stuck where I'm at, because I'm kind of like the breadwinner right now. So I know that I have goals and aspirations, and there's opportunities that have kind of come towards me for the holistic care aspect. And I always study it all the time, spend a lot of spare time just reading and researching and things like that. So I know it's going to happen, but I'm very impatient and I want things to happen right now, unfortunately. So I need to tone it down a little bit and things will come, it's just letting go, and just know that things are going to happen in all due time.
Yeah, I get you. Because again, when you first step in, it's like, oh, I need some people to help me to build confidence. But like, me too, did you know you step into this world of our world that we all talk about, the spiritual building, the holistic, center that most of us want to have. So you're in the right place. But as you say, be patient. Who's here used to tell us that, I need to have more patience? Someone, I can't remember which sister said, I need to learn about patience. How many hands
gonna
up is that?
Who's going to confess to that?
Me,
Well,
me,
Evie is very
me.
brave.
Me, I need patience some days.
Absolutely, patience is
Patient. Yeah.
what they say. It's a virtue. It's something I still haven't mastered yet.
Oh, we all on
Getting
that journey. We're all on the journey of learning to be patient. Good. Well done. So your homework this week, I would like you guys to answer this question yourself. Everyone would need to step into that. What step can you take today towards your dream? Just one simple step for these next 7 days that will hold each other accountable, that we will make sure we take this step in the next 7 days. Doesn't need to be big, but perhaps some of us need to write it down. These are my dreams. And we will sit with it and let which one to be more prominently come to our thoughts and feelings in the next 7 days. Or some already would know, like Christine is building her real estate empire. Is what's the next step? Christine has another real estate coach as well. When she talk about coach, it's not necessarily Catherine, because you can have multiple coaches helping you in any specific area. So Christine stepping into here is more, again, neither did she know that is she's stepping into this spiritual realm that we all talk about. But the in fact is when she allows things to flow, it's just really falling into places. So each of us are on different journey. So, but what would be your next step in the next 7 days to help you to walk towards closer to your dream? So being creative is, maybe I would just need to sit and meditate 10 minutes a day to allow us to be quiet and allow the flow to come in. Or some of you might need to be more practical, that Tamara might need to work on her website, SEO, to be, I'm the sex therapist in Melbourne, or perhaps I'm an international sex therapist.
Yeah, true. Yeah, true.
That she could just, like, because my friend yesterday, Catherine, how do you run your business when you're on the road? I said, yeah, I'm a 6 a.m. call here sitting at the Grampian. And they'll be like, what? It's not a chore for me. I love, coming to talk to you guys. This is not a job. I love what I'm doing. And I'm probably a couple of steps ahead of you guys. And some of you could, few steps ahead of me in a month or two. Yeah. So what would be your next step?
Well, I've written mine down. If that's the answer for question 5, I think. I'm wanting to develop the ability to do some self-hypnosis and some tapping and breathing work, as you said, meditation. So they're the things that are definitely on my list for this week. And then to take those a little bit further.
Beautiful. Now, everyone have written down what would be the next step. Anyone feel that, like, they're not sure that we could help you here? Nothing to be afraid of, that because we are here to support one another. Anyone find it difficult to work out what is their next step for the next 7 days?
Can I?
Nobody.
Can I say
Go
something?
on, Anna.
Okay. I think what a lot of us seem to forget, it's not a must. It's something to task ourselves with, to think about and reflect. But what we tend to forget is it's just a little bit of magic. We don't talk about this because we don't grow up. We grow up as kids. We talk about magic all the time, and we make things happen. When children want to do something, they make it happen. But it's just that little bit of magic, that little bit of self-belief goes really a long, long way. Look at the sunrise.
Oh, no,
fantastic. But yeah, it is magic. It's just everyone has their own journey, everyone has their own step. But that sometimes just thinking a little bit differently, it's okay to say, I want this, and make it happen, because things do align themselves. Yeah.
Beautiful, Anna. I will send a photo. While I'm standing, I'm taking the sunrise photo.
Yep.
Beautiful. Okay. After Anna share, any one of us here saying we've been telling ourselves that we can't have my dream? I know we said we'll do the next step, but any little voices in our head, once you written that next step, it's like, no, you can't do that. Anyone? Nothing to be afraid of, because we know, we have been in your shoes, that even though I know what I want, but this little voice, no, you can't. You are not so special. Alina?
My brain does that.
Okay, sister, come and
It does.
It does.
That's the saboteur.
It is.
Come on,
Self-sabotage.
Christine.
Smack him upside the head and say, shut up.
I was just,
Don't be so violent, Christine. Not you.
I was just going to say, it's our inner critic. Our inner critic becomes very noisy and very loud, and our inner critic often drowns out our inner knowing. And that's because we're told from such a young age, oh no, you can't do that. Oh no, you can't do that. You've got to do this. You can't do that. You've got to do this. You can't do that. So as a result, our belief becomes, you can't do that. Whenever we try to hook into it, we can't do that. No, someone's told me I can't do that. Someone's told me I can't be me. Someone's told me I can't listen to me. Someone's told me I can't trust myself.
I don't think it ever goes away. I think it's just something that we all need to develop the muscle and keep the training. It's like anything, if we stop, it'll just go back. We've just
It's in our subconscious.
Absolutely. It's so
And
very
that's-
deep. It's very deep. And we just have to keep on exercising, and when we hear it, it's like what Christine was saying, slap it.
Yeah, you just have to recognize it for what it is.
You've got to be aware of it and go,
acknowledge it.
Yeah.
And tell it to shut the hell up.
That's it.
Exactly.
You're very polite. I'd use other expletives. But
Yeah, I can't say that because kids are nearby.
She got 4 kids, like, school age kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always a work in progress. So
There's
we just
always
got to be around like this is the container we're in right now, is that we've got everybody that sees us. I see you, you see me. Because we're the same, and it's just that support of people around that go, okay, no worries, you can do it, Evie. Oh, I don't know, I don't think so, but we're all here to go, yeah, you can do it. Slap that bitch. Like, you just got to get on and do it. But I have it all the time.
Yeah. Well, I just saw what you written, Alina, like you're doing your gut brain health. Like, okay, so Katrina possibly may be sleeping. She has been working very hard, but Katrina is a naturopath, and she's happy to help the sister here to step into that arena. Okay. So again, every level we reach, we have our own devil. Okay. Yep. The inner critic will always come back, but the fact is coming down to our relationship with ourselves. Because when we especially stepping into the unknown, we question. But the fact is, when we question, then it's like, how could we, in what way we could approach this question with gentleness about loving ourselves? It's okay. We don't know. But as Evie said, we have the container, and we're stepping in to see us more. And Anna often, who's been working with Anna to say, look into the mirror and say, I love you, Alina. You're such a beautiful soul. And that is
she's
a very
got to
good
call me
exercise
back.
for all of us.
Well, you've got to call me back eventually, Alina.
I will call you. When did you call me?
Yeah.
Well,
Probably 2 o'clock
I
in the
called you
morning.
I called you while you were away, and you sent me a message. I went, yeah, you know what? It's okay. I'll wait. Sorry.
That's beautiful, Catherine.
My little mantra is I am enough. I say that quite often.
Do you believe it?
Very good.
Yes. Yeah.
Very good.
Mm.
Okay. All right. To help you guys to consolidate what you guys have learned. So I won't say one word, Elisa. It's like, how would you summarize your lesson today in one sentence so that you could bring forward in this for the next 7 days for yourself? Type into the chat, like one sentence that you describe what you have learned from today, or what have you found helpful for yourself. Actually, it's freezing cold. I think it's only 10 degrees here.
Do you know, just so that everybody knows, you're not on this journey on your own. I don't know how you know that you pick up the phone and ring one of your sisters and we will answer. All right? Alyssa, you learned that last week or a couple of weeks ago that you called and, you know, you sent out a message and all these people responded. Can she hear me?
Yeah.
I can't see.
She's driving, so she can't really answer.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's it's one of those things, you know, like guys, even now, if you're unsure, reach out. It's okay. I have a question, one more question. When was the best when you've achieved something, what is the feeling that you have?
It's your turn.
What is the feeling? My turn. Yeah. What is the feeling you have? Because the stuff that I'm doing, I feel like I fly. I'm flying. I'm physically on the ground, but I feel like I'm flying. I feel enlightened.
Where's the kids at?
You know? That's why you love what you do, Christine, is because you feel that you're up there, that you're, yeah. So it's that euphoria, you know, that connection you have.
It's fun. For me, it's fun.
Yeah, that's the feeling. You don't want to lose that.
The high.
Yeah, that is. Yeah. That's her high. I feel like I fly. I have to write it.
Yeah. Write the lesson for this week.
Cool. All right, I'm not going to read out but like, you know, what Denise written is so good that, you know, we all have our challenges in different part of life. But however, the global sisterhood is a soft place to fall. I just love everything time like Denise will come up something witty. It's so beautiful, Denise.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Oh, Catherine, that's beautiful. Take small step towards your goal.
Yeah.
Would you like to share, Catherine? Like,
I think I've got some really diverse and different ambition and goals that we've explored today. So it seems like everyone's kind of taking ownership, you know, taking accountability towards taking the steps they need to take to get there, whether, you know, whether the goal is clear to you or not, but it's just taking the steps to find out what your passion is. So also as well. So I think it's really great to see, you know, so many strong women have ambition and self-belief.
beautiful. I'm so glad. Thank you as a guest that been so generous to share with us. Now you feel for me, it's like I'm the coach, but like all these strong women in the group. Oh, I'm gonna cry now. No, I'm kidding. I'm always teasing them. I love strong women. But you know, even though we are strong, we are here for one another and we're here to listen to one another. I think this is a very beautiful container that not me, but like you all have contributed and built together. All right, I know it's public holiday for half the Melbourne people. Not Alina, I know you're in Melbourne. But yeah, anyone want to stay back to have coffee?
Oh yes, I'm on permanent holidays at the moment. So you could, although it's not a public holiday here in the Territory, but I could manage that.
For coffee. So
you want to put it on the
those
chair?
who need to go, feel free to go. But like we could stay back.
Thanks.
I'll make a better coffee.
I'll go. You know what? It's not my forte.
Go away, Anna. I know you got barista to making your coffee right now.
That's it. That's it. I trained her well.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I know they're not all coffee drinkers, but feel free to grab your cup of tea, or for those who are in the evening, afternoon, feel free to get your alcohol, or those who don't drink.
It's not that late.
I'm gonna go make a cup of tea. I'll be right back.
It's after 10 o'clock in Australia. Anybody drinks here.
Well, it's 5 o'clock somewhere, Denise. We can all start drinking alcohol.
It's 5 o'clock here. It's 5:41.
Oh, I didn't mention it was 5 p.m. or morning. Who gives a shit? Sorry.
Right.
Remember,
well, Mom's
there's
been bugging
children
me to leave the
around.
house all day, so now that we're done, I'm gonna see what the weather's like. It has been cold and rainy / snowy here.